Hello boys and girls, we are here in Cranford, New Jersey at Cranford JKC, my son Nicky. So we're going to go over today, if you're we're going to go over my top 10 grips in no order, not best to worst, but because whatever techniques you have to have a certain, you like a certain grip, but for more beginners who aren't too familiar with judo grips, I'm going to go over the top 10. And I think gripping is probably one of the harder things for new people to get used to. I mean, it's all experience. Once you start judo, you know, like the basic grip, and then to do different techniques, you have to get different grips a lot of times, and that's probably one of the harder things for kind of newer people. So we're going to do that today. So the first one is just a regular. If I'm a righty, right, which I am, I'm going to go collar, sleeve. Okay, collar, sleeve is your basic grip from any, like, whenever you learn any type of judo right off the bat, they're going to do collar, sleeve. So collar, sleeve, you can kind of do almost any technique, right? So from here, let's say I want to just do osotogar from here, right? So I'm going to step in here. I can do front throws like tai touche here. I can do uchimata. I can do whatever, almost any. That's your basic grip. Okay, so I'm a righty. I've got the collar here. I got the sleeve here. And most of the throws, you don't want to really hold the end of the sleeve for this one. You want to hold by the elbow or a little past the elbow, because when you pull for the kazushi, you don't want to be pulling mostly arm and then eventually get them over. You want to be able to kind of pull them quickly. So grab kind of a little bit deeper here with the left hand. The next one is just sleeve high grip behind his like my thumb's in his collar, behind his neck, right? So I've got this grip. This is usually good for a lot of the hip throws, you know, like uchimata, coming in this way, ogosh, harai gosh, here, right? And I can also use with this grip, I can use this hand, I'm pulling with, like we do with all the other ones, with my left hand, but I'm also pulling with my right hand. I can control where his head goes pretty easy from this grip. So it's, like I said, it's really good for any kind of hip throw. It's good for sasai, like these other kind of like, but it's a very, number two, typical grip, right? That's a typical grip for the people that like those throws. And there's a lot of, you know, ouchigar, any other kind of grip. Almost all these grips you can do almost every single throw. So that's another very typical common grip, where you have the sleeve and you have the right hand high, thumb in the collar right behind his neck. Okay, number three, I'm going to go with around the waist, right? So I'm grabbing underneath his arm, not over it. His arm is here. I'm going to go under it, not an underhook, but I got a grip. So I'm going to hold like near the middle of his back. My right hand, my left hand is still under the elbow right here. Same with the back throws. Ogoshi is a nice easy one to do from there. You can still do sasai here this way. So a lot of things you can do with this grip. Okay, now this grip also, I personally think if you get this grip pretty deep like I have it now, you got to attack pretty quick. Don't wait too long, because Nicky, if he feels threatened, he's going to start leaning on that arm. It's not going to be the same. So as soon as you get it here and you got it pretty good, you want to pick up that arm and then come in fast, whatever you're doing, right, around the waist. So that's number three. Okay, number four, a lot of, you know, like not for the offense, but like higher level players like this grip, it's a double lapel grip. Okay, if I'm a righty, usually my right hand is a little bit higher than my left, but I can still do all the throws from this grip, and it's a defensive grip in the fact that from here, like if Nicky wants to do something, I can kind of control his shoulders, right? If he's a righty, if I push here and pull here, I'm stiff arming a little bit like this. The grip here is like this. My right hand's a little higher than my left. I'm here, right? So Nicky's trying to do stuff. I can kind of control his upper body from just holding this grip. And at the same time, I can attack my throws here, Kochi, whatever I want to do. I can still attack from that same grip, but at the same time, I can control my opponent, his upper body and his turning ability. So that's another nice technique, or nice grip. All right, next one is double sleeve. So if I have both of Nicky's sleeves here, I like to, it's hard to hold the sleeves with just like this, with your hands underneath like this. I like to hold the top with my thumb down this way. So for Nicky to do anything, I'm controlling his sleeves. It's gonna be hard again for him to attack, pick up his arms. From here, I can still I can do every throw. If you watch a girl that's really good at this, and I always mention her because she's great, Uteabe, she does like a lot of Uchimata from here. You can do Osoto from here. You can do any of the foot techniques from here. So this is a very good grip to get to, but you don't want to be just holding him down like this, stiff arming him this way. I mean, he can't do anything, but if the referee sees I'm the one just being defensive, then I get the shield. But it is a very good grip. You just got to attack from there once in a while. So that's number 5. Okay, number 6 is, Nicky loves this one, so does Jack. If I have, it depends, my left hand, I can do sleeve or lapel. But if I go over the back and not only grab his collar up here, but I can grab his belt from here. Here, turn this way. If I've got his belt here, this is a really good handle for me to easily pick him up, right? It's almost like a, what do you call those those weights with the handle?
Oh, kettlebell?
Kettlebell or something, you know, like you just easily pick from here. Use it pick his hips right onto your hips. Use it. You could use like for sumi, right? If I come in here and I have, I got this grip here. It's an easy way to come in, step it in, and hold them around for sumi. So there's you can't do every throw from that grip, but it's a really good grip to get because you can really control where, you could pick his hips up and put him wherever you want. And it's, so that's a good one. The Georgian grip, which is made pretty common by the Georgian players from Georgia. They come in, it's kind of like the belt grip, but they come in, instead of coming over this side, they're coming over this side to grab the belt. This is awkward for Nicky because he's just in a weird position from here. But from here, you could do front throws from here. You could do Kochi. You could do Osoto, Ochi, whatever you want. You could do Sumi too. But it's another good grip. So especially if you're in Georgia, they use that grip all the time. I'm not sure why, but they're used to it and they're good at it. So that's number 7. Number 8, we got, okay, same side sleeve lapel. So if I'm here, this is the regular sleeve lapel, I'm gonna grab the other side sleeve lapel. This is a good grip because you're still controlling Nick. If he's a righty, for him to like turn in or anything with the right side, I'm controlling his shoulder. Plus I can attack any of the throws I want from that same grip. Right, so Osoto, I just did Morote, Kochi, whatever it is. But again, this is a 2-sided grip on the same side, you can't be defensive and hold it there. You have to attack, otherwise you get the Shidos. So sometimes I like to start out with this, punch the shoulder real fast with the right hand, and get the sleeve, pull it down, and go from there and be aggressive. So that's the number 8. Number 9. Okay, number 9 is very similar to, it's in between this one, where you got the thumb and the collar, and the belt. You kind of got the mid back. Okay, so from here, if you're comfortable, if you're very comfortable with your hips, you have confidence where you know that you're not stronger, but you like this position better than your opponent. It's a good grip because he can sometimes get the same grip, but especially if he's like he's got the underhook, so it's almost a little bit 50-50. But you could do everything from here, right? So from here, like his legs right here, I can come in Uchimata, Kochi, whatever it is, the side. But the grip is here. Grab it right in the back of his gi here. My left hand is under his, pretty deep under his armpit, past his elbow, like almost under his armpit here. Okay? And similarly, we got number 10. We have the same thing, like instead of getting up high here or under here, I got the horse collar, right? I'm grabbing right behind his neck right here, right? So instead of, I'm underhooking, I don't have the Ogosh grip around here, I'm grabbing here. So this, again, I could go to any of the front hip throws I can still get, but it's really good for the back. So if I come in here and I fake, and I got a really strong Kazushi because I'm holding the back of his neck, and then boom, hit it to the back. So, yeah, I don't know. I showed you this grip here, right? This is it here. So those are like 10. There's more. I mean, there's times where some guys like to grab instead of the lapel or sleeve, they'll use their pulling hand to grab like under the armpit, like Shohei One does. Like this is a good defensive grip. Nicky has a hard time moving this way. You have a lot of control here, and you can use it to pull and do whatever. But that's just a separate one. I guess you got an honorable mention on that one. So for the beginners, if you just starting out, there's a lot of different grips to get the throws that you want to do. Here's 10 of them. There are more, and so hopefully that helped somebody. So hopefully if you liked it, please subscribe and like. Thanks, and comment.